The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
Hi, I'm Joel Hunter, and this is House Hunter Tours, the show that takes you inside some of the most historic, incredible, exclusive, and unique homes that our province has to offer. Each episode will be touring through 2 incredible homes and meeting with home builders, real estate professionals, developers, and interior designers. On today's episode, as you can see, we're out at a beautiful acreage just outside the city, and I can't wait to show it to you. Welcome to House Hunter Tours.
Hi, House Hunter Tours. I'm Sharon Clark with Boyce Group Realty, and welcome to the Ripplinger Acreage.
The Ripplinger Acreage is a 70-acre sanctuary nestled in the Qu'Appelle Valley just outside Lumsden. This 6,349 square foot estate features 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, and sun-filled living spaces. Step onto the wraparound deck and soak in sweeping valley views and the peaceful river below. A true private prairie paradise.
It is an absolutely unique property, as you can tell. The Ripplinger family moved out here, I think, mid-80s with what started to be a much smaller home. And then as their family grew and changed and their needs grew and changed over the years, so did this property to what you see now. So we are sitting around just over 6,300 square feet of living space on just over 70 acres of beautiful valley land. It's a fantastic layout. I think we're so used to over the last handful of years, like open concept. Because this is such a large space, the rooms are very big and spacious, but there's a lot of beautiful, unique rooms. If you want to sit out here in the sunroom, we've got multiple sunrooms that you can enjoy. If you want to cozy up next to the fireplace and read a book, there's that space. There's just so many unique spaces inside this home. Got sunrooms facing the valley all along this side of the house, so you're not missing out on all the beauty that is out here. When we've been out here in the past, there's a family of white pelicans that are just floating along the river, and then you look over to the side and there's another family of deer that's walking through the grass, and that's a constant thing that you're finding out here. And I think such inspiration for the family that lived here and for the future families that are going to live here. This property was owned by Henry Ripplinger and his wife and family. Henry's passed a couple of years ago, but I'm sure most people know that he's a very famous artist, famous author, and this home, like I said, started out just as a small family home, but then as needs and the family grew, so did the size of the home and the scope of the home. And this is where Henry did all his painting and his writing, and I'll actually take you to his studio afterwards, but this is where he gained all of his inspiration, and I think you can see why. Oh, this is the sitting room, music room, reading room. Fireplace is double-sided into the room with the pool,
cool.
with the pool table,
Yeah.
the four-season room. So this is the spot that I would be like curling up and reading a book
Yeah.
and listening to some music, because the TV room's on the other side
Right.
of the house. There's a whole separate room for that. So maybe this would be like the formal living room because it's just off the dining room. So, TV room, you've noticed built-in bookshelves everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Oh, there's so many books in this house.
Yeah, you can read or watch TV in here.
More skylights. Like
More
every room you
skylights.
go in has almost 2 sides
Yep.
of windows.
At least, yeah. So here's the studio.
Yeah. So cool.
Very cool.
Love the view is unreal.
The views.
Right.
Yeah. $1 million views.
Seriously.
Yeah, for sure. So we're standing in Henry Ripplinger's studio. So lots of magic happened in this space, and you can kind of see it surrounding us. I think this is a pretty clean space for an artist studio. Studio's usually a little messier than this, but it's, again, when you've got views all the way around you, there's lots of inspiration, but like Joel said, there's inspiration everywhere on this property, and actually there's a few rooms on the main floor that we haven't been to that I think were potentially being turned into a new little studio gallery space as well, surrounded by windows, surrounded by the view. We've got 4 bedrooms in this home already, but I think this would be a perfect space to be changed into a primary suite. There would be tons of room for a large bedroom, large ensuite, large walk-in closet, lots of opportunity to change it to be what you want it to be. Two more cranes over in the far little pool.
Oh yeah, I see them.
See them there? Well, we're standing on the very expansive deck on the back of the home. I don't even know what the square footage is. It's huge. And we are looking out over the river and the prayer house. It's just over 70 acres, overlooking the valley, including the valley. So Henry actually did use that prayer house for prayer, for meditation, for writing. Again, I think he took advantage of the beautiful spaces that are around him and used every inch of this property, but that's what that prayer house is for. So there's a little road that takes you down, kind of past the river and down to the prayer house, but that could be used for something else. It would be a great guest home. It would be a nice little retreat. There's so many things that you could use that for.
That's all from the Ripplinger Acreage. Special thanks to Sharon Clark for showing us around this incredible property. Coming up next, we are heading to Lakeview in Regina to check out the brand new Monroe show home. So stay tuned. I'm gonna try to make a shot in pool here. Nailed it. Welcome back to House Hunter Tours. I'm Joel Hunter and we are at our second stop, located at 2820 Hill Avenue in Lakeview. It's the brand new Monroe show home and we got two special guests waiting for us inside. Let's go take a peek.
Hi, House Hunter Tours. I'm Colin from Monroe Homes.
And I'm Carly from Ambient Interiors.
Welcome to the Rodchester at 2820 Hill Avenue.
The Rodchester by Monroe Homes, a stunning new show home at 2820 Hill Avenue in Lakeview. This spacious 2,322 square foot two-story home features 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, a main floor office, and a fully developed basement. Enjoy the triple car garage with breezeway, Energy Star efficiency, and a serene tree-lined neighborhood just steps from Wascana Lake.
Monroe Homes has been around for over 40 years, and I've been with Monroe for over 20 now. The main thing with Monroe Homes when I came along was keeping on with the tradition of high quality built homes. And we carry on that tradition with always looking forward to new trends, new products, new ways of doing things, and always keeping quality at the top of the list.
Ambient Interiors is a full-service interior design studio here in Regina. We specialize in anything from custom floor plans all the way to full-scale renovations and new builds, really anything supporting our clients to create beauty in their everyday life.
Working with Ambient for quite a few years now. This is one of the bigger projects that we've done start to finish. This whole process is a very collaborative process that we work together with interior designers, our sales team, as well as myself to come up with something that's very new, effective, and something that everybody will like, because it's kind of hard to come up with a design that will please everybody, but I feel like we've done a good job on this one.
Design perspective, the neighborhood has certainly influenced the exterior and the interior. Just as Colin mentioned, we don't want it to stick out. So we found that creating something really timeless, really charming that fits into the neighborhood was easy to do, and then just kind of bringing that feeling into the home was something that was really important to us as well. We really wanted to focus in on creating a traditional home, but then having these unexpected pops of detail that really kind of redefined what a traditional home should look and feel like. I think from the exterior, it fits in with the color and the shape and the palette of it, and then when you come in, it's this kind of feeling of timelessness, but like boldness at the same time, and which is really unassuming when you walk in. I really feel like this kitchen is a great example of how we could design with bold details, but also keep it looking extremely timeless. Like, this is a kitchen that you can grow old with. And it's just that mix of traditional details, like an OG edge that you'll see on the perimeter of the kitchen and the cup holds for the cabinetry hardware, mixed with a thinner porcelain island top that maybe shows a bit more modern. We have the furniture kicks on the bottom of the millwork. We really kind of wanted each of the millwork pieces to look like furniture, but then that's mixed with the fluting detail on the back of the island, another modern feature. So really, with the mixture of the new and the old details here, we were able to create a space that feels timeless, yet still really interesting.
For me, it's very important to have dishwasher panel faced, the fridge behind me panel faced, and then another very important, very useful feature is the butler's pantry. Having the extra sink in there and the extra storage and ability to just take stuff and put it away if you're having guests over and it's out of the way and it's not stressing anybody out. It's just a little extra feature that just kind of helps everything feel a little bit more livable. We're talking about these battery backups and they wanted to show it off, so we kind of worked with them on putting one of these in. So this is kind of supposed to be set up as like just the key thing, so if the power goes out, it keeps your, the furnace running, keeps the fridge going, keeps those kind of some main lights and stuff.
Well, I think like the biggest feature of the living room when you look at it is the fireplace statement wall. I mean, you have this mix of beautiful porcelain mixed with a warm wood tone, a beveled fireplace. You can just see the craftsmanship in every, angle of this room. The lighting really features the different details on the wall and just is kind of the cherry on top. And then really with the furniture, we focused in on layering with different patterns, different textures, different colors, different curves and lines to again just accentuate the fact that this is a traditional timeless home, but it can still be bold with different details. And we really love how it turned out. So as soon as you walk up the staircase, we love how you're welcomed with a two-door entryway into the bedroom. It just makes it feel more grand coming off of the loft space. We color drenched the room, which means we took one color, we painted the ceilings, the casing, the baseboards, really trying to make it feel warm, cohesive, and it's quite a large bedroom, but it just makes it feel that much bigger. Obviously the vaulted ceiling is the biggest detail in this room, where we have the ceiling beam with the shiplap. It's just a beautiful, more traditional detail than mixed with some of the more modern lighting details and ensuite. I just love how deeply personal this home feels as soon as you walk into it. It's the feeling of that like warm, inviting, timeless design that just, it kind of welcomes you in, and just, you kind of walk in and take a deep breath and like, it feels like home. I think that every room has detail that you have to look quite closely to actually appreciate it. And so I think it's not just one room for me, it's really the overall feeling that the space evokes when you walk in.
Yeah, for me, I'm not sure I could pick one spot. Again, to me, a house should look good without furniture in it. And that's what this home does. There's so much detail on the walls, on the ceilings, in the showers, in the kitchen, that you don't need the furniture, and the home is beautiful in itself without the furniture. Obviously the furniture finishes it off and makes it feel like a home. To me, one great space is standing in the master bedroom looking out the front window. It's a great view of the area from there. The other one, to me, when I came into this house when it was all finished, I stood behind the island looking out to the living room, and I literally said to myself, I could live here. Like, it is just the feeling that you have in this house, and what you see in all the detail, you just can't beat it.
Obviously, when you're designing a space like this and we're spending money and we're taking risk, we wanted it to feel bold but timeless. And I think that this home is a great example of taking some design risks, doing things differently, but still walking in and feeling that traditional, warm, inviting, and timeless feeling that we want this home to have for it to stand the test of time, really. If you are interested in working with our team at Ambient Interiors, you can find us on our website at ambientinteriors.ca or on Instagram. We are constantly updating those sites with our work and our projects. Please just reach out. We'd love to work with you.
This home is available to view Monday to Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. and Saturday, Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. The price of this home is $1.9 million, which includes all of the furnishings, the TV, the audio system, the solar panels, the battery backup, appliances, and pretty much everything that's in it.
Wow, what a remarkable home. Special thanks to Colin from Monroe and Carly from Ambient Interiors. That's it for our first episode of House Hunter Tours. Make sure you stay tuned for our listing of the week. See you next episode.
When living at the lake, every day is a vacation.
I just need.
And where your morning coffee comes with a front row seat to the lake. Live where the lake is your backyard and every sunset feels like $1 million.
And now, Ambient Interiors Design Tip of the Week.
The next time you go to style your house and you want to add some added interest and some character, we recommend mixing the old with the new. So think about something that is a little bit more modern in nature, like your lighting, and then taking something that has more of a traditional feel, like pattern, texture, mix that together, and we promise that that will create more interest in your home.
If you'd like to share your feedback on the program you just watched, contact us today